behind the sandbags, and he expects someone to repeat from barrels. Good counter pick by exactly that man, and Rop's the only one left. A shooting gallery to fire at low HP.
Oh, he
can actually find Simple as well, but they need to stay wide. Get on the defuse and make sure. Simple. Oh, he's gonna actually
he hit it.
Extinguished and hit it anyway. I think he would have hit down the apartments. Simple fights them in banana. They think they can strike as he's going to rotate. He doesn't because Boomich is already down so far that Simple can stay there rather than being the anticipated dynamic op. And he catches them off board.
Oh, he's got a kill there as well.
My goodness.
With the low HP player, he's got a knife.
He's got a kill, but the problem is, look what Zeus does. He does get a knife. Shows them how a little bit different situation. Clear cut. Chris J still leads for Mousesports on 11. Watch Flamey trying to dance delicately behind the smoke, but Chris pursues. Krieg rush. Electronic.
Oh, he's had him.
Absolutely has. And Boomich is already in the apartments again. Second time he's been able to push that. Electronic, you said it, heard them. Walked out, took advantage of the fact that he knew that they were down bottom side of middle. But Chris J still with the Krieg, making good work. He's got three. He's got the only three so far.
Yeah, that was really kind of nuts from Chris J. I told you, he has got skill for days, and this looks like a kill for Robs. Very patient. Timings could elude him, though. He's looking towards the bottom right now, and indeed, he played that so well. He was waiting for the reaction from the CTs, which did come. He was aware of the prospect of it being a push from B, but unfortunately now lost the bomb, and Chris J might be in trouble. Down to 12 points of health, up against Simple and Zeus. They know exactly where he is, and he only has 30 seconds. There's almost no chance of winning this one. That confirms it. Nice positioning from Zeus.
Just a note about the Krieg, by the way. I see Chris rushing with it. And rush he will toward Simple. It's frozen again to go down, but I'm not sure Simple's going to be aware that a second player was that far around the corner. In fact, he could push that smoke to catch out Zeus, who was throwing in nades. Boomich in the pit, taken by Rops up close. Simple gets him in return, but Chris is still trying to find a way around. And Simple, they're lined up. He's got two. Krieg again. Flamey gets him down, but that gives them a chance. Voxic has the bomb, but he's spotted out. Oh no, away. As much as he's still top fragging, Simple's being caught a lot on the A site trying to be aggressive with this AWP quad side. Boomich will get Chris. That gives Simple space. In the AWP, HP doesn't matter as much, but still can't hit the flick. Tough one to ask of him, to be fair. But Electronic gets the trade. Trade will suffice. It's still a 4-on-2.
It really is. It should be advantage NaVi here, but players like Frozen are up, and he's looking for frags. Not going to get them, though. Zeus with a lovely shot from the graveyard. Voxic might find himself in a similar position as Flamey. Electronic just needs to find one, and the round should be there. Good flashbang from Simple to back him up. He's going to swing out, but the smoke is down. His smoke gives him a slight gap here as you see him actually look towards the apartments. Takes Rops, and just needs to stay alive at this point. Buy time for the rotations. Even the bomb can go down. It's the last round here.
Fair enough. Good crossfire. Electronic gets both. This is a knockout match. Determining playoff positions. Rops. Excellent work with Voxic as well. They're hitting every single shot. Bomb down to the balcony. And that's how it goes. Just those two. All that's needed. Good headshot angles, and they nail them.
I think a contact player's in the cards. They're just going to try and get a pick back in return. And if they face check Coffins, yeah, absolute contact play here. In they go. It's Electronic focusing towards Coffins. I feel like the CTs are bested them, though. Very aware. Chris J still there with the MP9, but got to be aware of the verticality. They do trade blows, but just Flamey left in the 3 versus 1 now.
All the way into dark. No, he's going to play Pillar. And another flash, just to be annoying again. Keep in mind, not all three are coming from that same position, though. Voxic's clearing banana, has to do it with the AWP. Now he joins in, that could be a factor. Goes for the pistol instead. Deagle works, why not? Library smoke, a lot of commitment. 3 players only on this side, and Kerrigan is fully onto it. He's got to go. Flash gets him in. Zeus doesn't respond very quickly. Simple does, but he gets 2 for 1 in that situation.
Yeah, perfect. With 30 seconds remaining, holding for a rotation towards the outside, but Voxic's got a quad. He's got a kill here for sure. Spotted the corner. There it is. Going to take Boomich down and really starting to look much better at this point. 4-on-2 with 15 seconds. I don't see a way in, but maybe NaVi do. We'll see if they can find it. One player gets past at least, but that was just baiting in Robs. He plays that so well. It's so patient. And that's a great shot from Flamey, but there's no bomb being planted here, I'm afraid, as we close the gap. Working in tandem, not individual plays.
And as if you needed to give Chris a Krieg.
Yeah, right, on the CT side as well.
Work so far this game.
Oh, there it is. Simple getting a taste of his own medicine. Right down there at T steps. This is a buy as well. The AKs are out. They've got nothing to say about this round.
Chris and the Krieg. Still looking down. You're right. NaVi's going nowhere in a hurry. And they're starting to show a serious lack of depth on this T side.
Oh, this is such a weak execution. You've got a couple of smokes to throw in. You've got no Molotovs, one flash. That is just not going to be a great thing here. But the nades might be. That's not bad. A chance there. But it looks like Mousesports just, you can see they're not blind. There's no pressure with the Molotovs. And Simple, no knife this time. Does get a frag on the boosted player, but Frozen takes care of that pretty quickly. Electronic will have to do something absolutely fantastic at this point to even stand a chance. He's got 35 seconds, grenades flying in, flashbangs as well, sits in the smoke, down he goes, and it's Mousesports taking the lead at this point after being 11-4 down.
The communication seems great on Mousesports as well, because that Simple kill, it's just incredible when you think about it. Not even a bomb plan. I mean, yes, the rounds have been very convincing, and yes, they've definitely shown that they are running dry in tactics, but you'd think with the skill they have, they could at least push something. Oh, look at this. Robs is already down middle. He just has the confidence to walk down. No one's even looking.
He knows they're rattled. They're going into set piece mentality. They've got nothing left.
Pack it up. This one's done. Chris through the smoke. Oh, look. Hi, guys.
Oh, the incendiary on top of it as well. See you later, guys. He's just absolutely owned them here.
I think if they nade that from the other side, they know they have to be by bags right now.
Oh, he smoked.
They don't have any nades, unfortunately. But Ops knows where they are. The one player behind. Boomich does burn him out of position. Flamey capitalizes with the assist, but they're just going to keep pushing. This is NaVi doesn't challenge it because he's alone and doesn't want to give up banana. That's admirable. They're already down a man. But man, oh man, just lucky he stopped when he did. Chris again with the Krieg. Stop giving him a Krieg. Oh, he's got Simple, he's got the bomb, he's got the round. They get the opening pick, and again, they just hope for the best going back toward B, and they can't isolate a single individual. As Electronic finds Frozen, it's Romps to slide out underneath the trade off of him. Bomb will at least be grabbed by Boomich, but so much noise and such little time to think about things.
So they have one smoke, two flashes again. NaVi have next to nothing. They have the man advantage, but they know they have no time here, and they have to walk in dry to these key choke points. Voxic might get unlucky in the timings here, which he has. That's enabled them to get up, and this is where things get a little bit troubling for him.
Kerrigan's just trying to preserve himself in the corner. It's worked. Boomich walks around and he's dropped. But Electronic gets in the sight, and excuse me, he got that from the balcony. So good shot from him. I thought it was he that was behind the box. It was Zeus planting the bomb. Yeah, what happened to a few rounds ago when they were relentless in their pressure?
Exactly. That's
pushing,
when you've got
locking them in.
You're feeling at that point. You feel like we can get away with this. They're the ones there at the back foot.
Well, they did try and flash it in, to be fair, but Simple hits Kerrigan. Down he goes. Second time the flash has failed Kerrigan, and they're two men down already. This looks like overtime. Low HP, though, mind you, on Flamey, and Chris J's able to win out on that duel. Og instead of the Krieg, but another missed shot that's going to be extremely costly. Chris can't get out. Tried to get toward Boiler, given that there was a smoke at top middle, but it's all onto Frozen. He might find one if Electronic had overstepped even a little bit.
He's got some timing now. They just check quads. That's bought him like 5 seconds before they think about it again. Bomb goes down, but now that 5 seconds has expired. He had to move a little bit quicker at that point. Makes his way through and himself known. It does go to overtime, and we stay waiting for that to dissipate. They've got the Molotov in the corner. He knows he can safely make his way through and focus towards the sandbags. And Chris J, here we go. Double orbs now. We wanted to see it, Matt. Let's see if it works out for them. He'll fall back. Frozen gets the first pit kill, and Chris J, that's what I wanted to see. That's a really nice adaptation there from Mousesports. Just throw that in overtime. You haven't seen it before. They're not used to it, and it working out really well so far. That's a kill we don't see too often.
Not at all, yeah, and clean and concise to take out Chris J as he gets around the corner. Flamey has Kerrigan down, though, so again, we find ourselves into a 3-on-3. Romps head down, sneaks into the small side of the pit. Knows they're there, that's evident. Library smoke means he's isolated as well. Toxic means has to go aggressive elsewhere. Catches them before they enter. Good read, good react. Romp's still waiting, and the smoke due to expire with about 6 seconds. Voxic's already just gone through it, because they still haven't rounded the corner. Zeus eventually will, and that catches off Romps, who thought he could find him first, but they had him figured out walking out from the apartment. Still, though, Frozen, one-on-one. Bomb being planted. He's going to know exactly where Zeus is. Gets the angle, but Zeus gets the shot. An op kill and the clutch for Zeus in the round.
Absolutely fantastic stuff from him.
Yeah, remarkable considering how it all began. Remember, they had one bomb plant out of 11 rounds at one point.
That smoke might nullify that idea. We'll see.
The squawking chicken reveals that he was on top of the site, though, and then the trade certainly did. Boomich gets the information. Voxic again. He hits, but he can't kill. That costs them, arguably, round 15. He hits the second. Electronic goes low. So there's benefits to it. Now he's striking because Boomich eventually goes down. Kerrigan takes advantage of both players that were on the site, and it's all onto Electronic trying to push. Foxic switches, and it is going to be 17 for Mousesports. Foxic's the only one to really... Okay. I was going to say take significant damage. That changes. Simple hits a shot. Knows a second one get out, and he goes hunting for him. Kerrigan down. Electronic waits as well. Makes a lot of noise jumping down. That's the exact synchronicity with a flashbang, so they wouldn't have heard him anyway. They'd be too busy dealing with Boomich. It seems simple. Back Library able to look over to that side as well, and it's all on Rops. We're looking at 18-17. Boomich, again, looking aggressive inside of the apartments. Remember the round he pushed 2 of them, but specifically the one where he got all the way behind them at Banana. Simple, again on the op, quick to realize they'd gotten around and the arch is smoked. He has to do his part. He certainly will. Frozen drops. Nade, bounced in. Significant damage further onto Kerrigan. He's down to 5. Ox sick. Oh, wow. Last alive. Nade takes out Kerrigan in the end. 1 on 3. Was 4. Op to fire. He's got to pretty much hit every single shot because here comes the cavalry. And he's flashed off to the corner. He can try and isolate.
He knows that Simple isn't towards that position at this point. The smoke doesn't actually do Voxic any favors. And I think he doesn't know where Simple's repositioned to. Fake plan, I'm not sure that's going to bait anyone in. It actually seems like it might. He is capable of winning these. Just needs the opening, but not going to happen. Double overtime confirmed. Like I said, NaVi.
And had to run away. This is fine. This is great. This is exactly what Boomich did. He's going to leave him there as well. That's even better because now he's going to get even more information. Pull the gun back out, my friend.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's got the low HP. Thankfully, it was low HP because that could have gotten very awkward. Now he knows to go back to ult mid. Oh.
That's how you do it. It wasn't the cleanest. It wasn't the prettiest. It won't go down in history, but still, it definitely wins the round.
Yeah, Brain was bigger than Braun that round.
Yeah, so that will do. He gets 3 kills. It could have been much nicer, but still there's a chance for Frozen here. 50 seconds remaining, and does do damage towards the AWP at the end. Poor guy. And the flash attack. We spoke about this before in regulation. It worked out for him before. He was hoping to get a good timing. There's not that much science behind it. Need a decent flash. 1 smoke towards Library. Hope the timing works out. Oh, Electronics just wrecked them there. And they'll go for it anyway. And that's why you don't run through grey screens. Doesn't work out to us.
No, it doesn't.
1 minute 20. And we'll see Chris J. We know he likes to push this. It's his own flashbang. It's not the alley-oop. This is just him off his own accord, and it's going to cost him his life, I'm afraid. And NaVi just need 1 to get map point again, Matt. Remember, that's the B bomb side, not open. Kerrigan in trouble, though. The perfect Molotov to flush him out. He has to go to the pillar. He needs headshots. He needs at least 2 kills. Gets 0. 5 on 2 should be round. You've got to go for it. If you're Voxic, need something massive here. He knows it. Collateral kill there was available. Not going to get anything, but looks at things. There's the burst. But it's not enough. It was flashy, it was nice, but surely there's nothing to be done.
Say it's not enough. It is a 1 on 4, which makes it extremely unlikely given that they're going to get post-plant positions, but there's 3 that are so low on HP. If this even had 1 more player in the mix for Mousesports, it might be a very different scenario. Oh, Boomich. Okay. But he might drop more than 40 if this keeps up. He's on 38 now. He's got more available to him. That was an interesting one. It looked like the smoke was further gone. That might have been a graphical
this is baffling.
Indifference because he finds Zeus standing in the open. Chris forced back into water. Flashed off, needs to get over top of the coffin. He knows the ring, gets around behind them just in time, and that gives him time enough to get Simple. But the bomb can still be planted. 2-2 and a retake required. They're going to work from both directions. Can't play directly for trades. Certainly not with the smoke down towards CT. They'll have to time this to perfection, and they can't. Not gone through. Rops knows he has to. Low HP, but he's stuck in the flames. He's dead, and NaVi get away with the win.
Just about there. They try to throw that around to the best of their ability. If you're in a 5 versus 3 at map point, just hold back. You've got a minute on the clock. Work together, boys. But yes, they do win the map. They steal it away from Mousesports. And I use the word steal because if it's going to be enough, Simple the PD50, of course. That Molotov, we're seeing more and more teams throw that now. The Xbox smoke double down with the short Molotov as well to stop CT pushes. Working out very well. Kerrigan, he'll hear them making their way towards short. Might have a kill available to him. Has to be a very clean shot, a difficult one for him to hit. Not worth giving it up on the T side, and Voxic so low. If he gets 1 kill, he'll be impressed. If the P2000 has to connect, I think his days are numbered. There's the 1 kill they were looking for. Kerrigan finally will get himself in a position where he can actually be part of the fight. But it looks like this one is already over. Rops will have to kill 3 more players at this point. and it will take a lot of mistakes from NaVi. They are presenting opportunities, but Zeus will close things out. In round number 2 here, CD side forced by, and Simple just too quick, too fast, and this is what I'm looking for. Voxic versus Simple. It's going to be one hell of a battle on Dust 2.
Balls on Simple to try and repeat the second player when the information was gone. Rops did hear him. Boomich actually landed. I'm sure his fall was broken by touching the head of Rops, and yet he didn't identify the fact that he'd gone over top of him. So he was able to try and get the shot. How does Kerrigan find that from the window? As Flamey falls, Electronic is all that remains.
And you can see that smoke's pretty awful. He's rushed that. He ideally wants to get towards long in the pit. Then he's got a real strong chance of winning the round. They're both going to stick together here. And he'll know they won't have kits, but he's got trade potential here. He'll get one potentially, should be traded out. CT's got this. You would think he's got low HP on the final one. It's going to be such a close battle here, but Frozen wins it. Towards middle we go again. Chris J baited in by Kerrigan. First kill, looking for the trade, not going to happen. It's Flamey with the MP7 with a double kill. Voxic will get one in return towards long. Boomich gives that kill up.
Reposition and go back for the bomb, but 3 are going to commit to middle. Frozen is going to be locked in towards CT. He's forward of the box. They couldn't isolate him alone. They had to get the trade, but it's one further loss on their side.
He can see the window still. You'll see the head as they walk through, but he might have missed time this slightly. He gets the first kill. Can he find a second? Looks like he might do. Both players on the left-hand side of the site, one of the car, one by double doors.
Okay, in through. Simple just waiting down below. Easy exchange for him. You think you beat one? You think you can bait a shot out of him? Second one will fire as well, but not with 2 smokes down. Chris likes to drop down to the ramp. Fires in. Still trying to bait toward Voxic, though. That works because Chris forces them to think there's only one up there. Voxic comes back out from the box. Boomich and Flamey gone. Simple Electronic trying to respond. So far, so good on that attempt because they've got it back to just the one-man deficit, and bomb to go down as Electronic protects his teammate. It's even.
It's the deadliest duo in CSGO, Electronic and Simple. Just locking horns of each other, and it's going to be Rops who's got the impossible task of trying to take them down. We'll see if he's got it in him. No utility available, but he's got skill. First kill is clean. Does he know the second player's there? Spots him on the jump. He can do this now, man. Needs to find it. Not going to happen. It's Simple and Electronic finding 5 kills between them, a 4 versus 2, and I've said that so many times throughout our casting career. A lot of those as well. He gets another. Electronic down to 30. It's exactly what they're designed to do. Just weaken up the opposition for those CZs. This is actually looking really good for Mousesports. Kerrigan might push that. What are they thinking? They're just going one by one again. NaVi really are quite terrible at these rounds sometimes. They really just like to go in those single choke points, but recovery mode is on now as a scout looks to do more damage, and that's already going to be another kill for them as they tentatively make their way towards the A-bomb site here. Chris J is going to get another, not quite. Electronic at least brings it back to a 3-on-3, but still, the walking wounded of NaVi, Boomich, and Electronic will have to hold up in a crossfire and hope that the CTs are unable to use this AWP effectively.
Fair trade. It was lined up. It was milliseconds apart, but NaVi still have the advantage. Zeus with 2.
Oh, I like this from Frozen. I feel like there's a couple of kills here. Oh, not quite. Frozen with a dink.
You're getting them all right today, I think.
I know, right? They're really nailing it. It seems like the round is actually under control, though. Rops with the shot from the back.
Oh, Simple, though. As always, he gets aggressive. You would never expect him to be pushing in a one-on-one like that, would you?
How tense are these rounds, though? Bomb makes his way towards lower. Boomich at the door, waiting for the smoke. Allows him to get out of the door, but not fully commit. Chris J just with a deagle here, but he's always so good with this weapon. Doesn't get one this time. Boomich will take him down, but he's a few bullets.
If it weren't for that cubby, he might have, because it would have been locked against the wall. The fact that he could get away from the damage ultimately cost Chris his life, because then they had the information. Ooh, Kerrigan. Spotted. Electronic able to see him coming, otherwise that would have been huge. Sneaking over top of the op, we're not able to respond that quickly. Get the rifle first, could have been 2 kills for him. It's 2 for Rops instead, though. Smoke at the mouth of the tunnel, and they can't sneak in because he's standing where they would go. Voxic finds Simple, onto Electronic. It'd be beneficial to have his rifle there on the take, you'd think, but he can sit and certainly cut off rotations, which seems to be the better part of his plan. In fact, this could go back over toward B because they've gone for the drop through CT. Simple. He gets Rops. They had no idea that he was coming. Chris J gets 1 second as well. He's able to control with the doors, but now they're picking him apart with rifles picked up, but he doesn't care. Goes back for more. Knows that one got by, but not sure which way to look. Bomb's still down bottom mid. They've got this round. Zeus onto an off to try and pull it back in a 1-on-2, and he's the one that's tagged. I thought the damage went the other way.
It's not looking too good for him. If he gets one of these kills, that'll be something, but they'll peek off that. So Blooms, I'd assume. Nice shot from Voxy to close things out there, and it was a decent attempt, but Chris J.
Little boost for Voxic, and this could pay off because Electronic walks directly into it.
You gotta flash it. Like on those sort of rounds, you can't just peek lower B in today's game.
The unfortunate part is, you could throw a flash from long.
Why not fall back towards top and middle? One dude flashes towards top and middle, and you avoid that kill completely. You've just face-checked lower B, a very common boost towards lower there. But either way, it's still 5 versus 4, a chance to win the round, but they're not making it easy for themselves. As we've seen Boomich waiting for a chance to strike, but he's actually been headshot. He'll go down. Carrigan, scrappy, but he's finding kills left and right. That's going to be 3 in total.
Okay, simple, sure. Just echolocation. Don't activate this man. Oh! And as he switches to a burst, he's got an AK, but Frozen's got the shot instead. You're right, Kerrigan. Voxic's not even looking that way to flash him. I thought he was just going to go on that. He's going to flash himself. Flashes himself with reconsideration, hoping that he'll bait a reaction, and he does. Now he knows they're there, but plays himself. They put a Molotov down toward him. He wanted to incendiary them off. He put it into his own smoke, missed the timing, gets 1 kill for it still, and now the Molotov, an additional Molotov, I have to say, is thrown. Mind you, it's not the worst thing because Voxic has it off at long, and it's not like you can cover all of long with a single set of flames. So Simple has to try and make amends, and he can't. This is all Mousesports now.
So what you'd see from FaZe with Nico, perhaps.
Or Olaf back in the day with Fnatic. Of course, it's going to be Simple to go. Oh, Chris, he's fortunate to get away. And he is away, but he's flashed. He's got support. Rops is gone immediately, though, only for 1 kill. One's enough, though, because look who else is in the closet. And I'm not talking about you, Henry. As Frozen catches off Boomich the second he arrives, bomb goes down. Simple at the door finally gets going, but it's a little bit late, 1-on-2.
My goodness, he can win these though, but it's not going to happen. Carrigan bests him in a duel. That's a very good half from Mousesports. NaVi look flat on their T side. Being dropped in, the flashbang thrown over, and they'll just launch everyone in, dropping down, presumably to try and get themselves towards that A side.
Here's Voxic that's coming up against the wall. Oh! Okay, Simple, stop that right now. 3 kills. Finally, Rops takes him down, but forget it, the round is already wrapped. As they'll swing back in. Careful not to line up. Flamey gets his second, so 3 for Simple. Or is it the overall case to which we were making the point?
It will have to get the production.
Chicken or the egg, Henry?
Rops, my goodness, he's putting bullets in the head.
I agree, he came before both.
And what has he got here? What is he up to? He's expecting that fast mid push, and he's read it so well, but he's got so unfortunate with the timings. Luckily, Electronic is there to back him up. Wow. He was dead. He was done for.
Simple is seeming to get caught. Oh my God, Frozen and Garrett. What is that nonsense? Just absolutely destroys them all.
That would be my inkling at this point, but it just hasn't worked out for them. Their T-side's not ready for this level of play, as Voxic will be opening things up again. That's what you want to see from the AWP plays. Gets himself the opening kill. They've snuck out middle. Carrigan's found the second. It looks like we're all done here. We're going to train.
Simple is struggling to get things right on timing. You can tell he's trying to be clever and cheeky with his... It's the little details to his game that just aren't lining up for him today. And Electronic down at the door to Frozen. It's just Flamey in a 1-on-3.
Yeah, with the AWP, he has absolutely 0 chance at this stage. The bomb's too far gone. 3 kills to find, and Mousesports are a really convincing performance there. NaVi, I have to say, they looked underwhelming and flat. It didn't really seem like they had the game plan there. As we throw to a break, we'll be back with Train.
Almost might be time for another 2v2 tournament.
Might be.
Kerrigan flashed, smoked, and all the rest. Trying to hold off the site has Rops at range, which he is very good with. He's like Legolas.
Oh, he hasn't planted. Flamey, he's fluffed there.
That was an odds.
No, he had the bomb down. I think he just assumed he did. He definitely had a plan there.
It's Voxic that gets the kill on him instead. That was the player at the stairs, so they had that covered off twice. Watch for Flamey to try and enter. Rotations back through Z as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Zeus in a great position here, looking towards that connector. So much to look at. Does nail the shot. Remember, it's that scouting towards connector. Can't really swing wide. It's the advantage in terms of the firepower for NaVi. They're certainly capitalizing upon it. Damage has been done to Simple. They have no smokes remaining now on the T side map. Flashes only. Face checks will have to come through. The flashes are effective at least, taking Frozen out of position. Final commitment towards outside with 20 seconds remaining.
14 HP only for Flamey. That means Kerrigan's easily able to collect. But they didn't account for Electronic finding Frozen first. Hang on, Voxic. Oh no, he's missed too many of those today, I'm afraid. Key moments, he's been instrumental. They certainly touched on that at the desk on the last map on Dust 2, but a shot like that has to hit because now it causes problems. Electronic's able to get away, finds Rops. He's running for the door. He does get caught on his way, and Voxic makes up for the mistake.
They'll have to go outside at this point. Surely, 2 players at Ivy. Here comes Zeus and Electronic.
But here comes Kerrigan, and there he goes. Deagle wins. Damage is certainly in the favor of the Deagle. The DPS, I think it's a stat, it's hard to quantify. Goes in favor of the MP9 in that situation. Frozen only gets one. It's Electronic and simple to respond. Bomb goes down, Voxic. I think he got him through the train. Takes down Zeus.
All down lower ramp as well. He's not going to see any of this.
Nope. Was hoping, oh, and they've already crossed. Was hoping to catch up, or another got a smoke down. 2 have crossed. Third one's there. Molotov on Hitch, and they are pushing him. He's not ready for this. Electronic on the other side. Flames make noise. He won't be able to hear the footsteps quite so clearly, but he does. That's the key thing, that he still heard them coming. It's Zeus and Flamey, now simple to get the better of it, and the bomb is still planted, and it's all onto Frozen, who's gonna walk in from, oh, the backlines. Boomich is extremely low, 3 HP, stuck in the corner, smoke to preserve, and he tries to pull out a knife because why not? AWP, knife, what difference does it make? But this is Frozen going for it. Just enough time, if he had found Simple in that moment, to get on the defuse. No kit, unlikely he does so. Bigger problem is that Simple now guards the exit. Can take him down, but round is over.
Wants to probe a little further here. Simple's, just about gets out of there. He still wants to fight this. That's insane. There's a player right next to him on his left, and surely he gets taken down here. He spots one. Hits
what?
Chris J somehow. I don't know how.
Hurt him through the...
He got him!
My God, that's so smart from Simple.
What? Got focus towards Zappa. That doesn't look like good news. Good flashbang, though.
Vic caught. Boomich got him. Forced off the angles by so much utility. 7th round. Not secure, but bomb down, 2-on-2 inside of the site. They don't have anyone forward in the post plant. CTs, therefore, can take their time to clear the alleyways. Zeus, this is a tough position to play. You're open from so many different angles. Boomich gone. Zeus has to close off to a train, has to get some cover, has to isolate, and does against Kerrigan. Spots the second player on Frozen as well.
So now he just needs to work out where to place his Molotov. Left or right, needs to choose. Gone for left-hand side. Might want to save that for the bomb itself.
Did that spread? It clipped the top half of the train, surely. I don't think it would have done enough to keep him off, and he's on it. He's defusing. He's got it. Zeus didn't think he was going to hold. He thought that Molotov was enough that he would encourage the repeat, but he didn't. He got too far away from it.
Boomich will have Brownhill's control. Smokes towards the upper ramp. Trying to bait out the utility as Electronic nails a close-range shot with the Krieg. Can he find the second? He knows another one's there. It's going to be Chris J on the other side with the AUG. Scope-on-scope action here, but it's Zeus' strike with the AK-47. And now Flamey looks like he's surely going to find the kill on Rops there. He does. Great work by them. And it's the inside players now that have to rotate in and try and deny this plan. Oh, the flash. Brutal.
Stick one in, but he's not aware that he still has company behind him. Flamey was over toward Hell. It was Zeus that got the kill instead, though. Heartbreak either way, though, really. Simple hits Voxic. Rops, bound by Electronic. Electronic powers the server. Powers into the side, finds Chris J. Hold for Electronic. They're trying to buy him some space. Kerrigan is still back there. Shot on the op. He has to reset, and he does. Electronic wasn't fast enough. And oh my goodness, Kerrigan, we talked about the op potential. There it is. That's why he's so good as he gets the ace as well.
He gets the ace. That is such a big play from him.
Kerrigan smoked. They know it now, Chris J, but he's got to go all the way back to the entrance of Z Connector just to get around. Headshot. Oh, Frozen couldn't hit it, couldn't react fast enough, and he knows he can't swing because there's more than just the bomb planter in that position. Zeus absolutely wrecks him after putting the bomb down. Chris at least gets the response, grabs the AK instead. But unfortunately for him, his teammates still don't have position to work with. He tries desperately to find and eventually will get Flamey. But they're just waiting in the wings at this point. Exactly that. You cross over a sight line that Electronic holds. Simple now gets the information they're trying to get in. Didn't catch Voxic toward the hitch, though. So this could be an element of surprise, but he's pulled away from the bomb just to battle against Electronic, and that was easy enough for Simple to close on.
That's all off position. Aggressive, of course, but Boomish with the first headshot. That's Robs being dropped. And Flamey looks like he's got a few players in his crosshairs as well. Spots 2, falls back. They've got the advantage.
Chris J around the corner, not quite, doesn't commit to the peak, but he has a crossfire set up against him, and Simple and Electronic, both Electronic snappy to find Voxic as well, as Kerrigan now left in a 1-on-4 and has no idea that Electronic has snipped him beside. It's now 10-6. Kerrigan just picking away with the pebble gun toward Flamey, but Chris comes in with better weapons to close it off. He said the star player with the guns. Simple making good on the first attempt. Deagle shot from Boomich as well, so pretty standard affair so far as Rops gets 2, and then the nade closes down on more Simple.
Ooh.
He is loving it, holy moly.
Yeah, big win.
They've lost Frozen, and they go by the ladder as a result. They couldn't even swing for the backtracks wrap as the one player trying to sell a rotation went down, but they do buy some space. There's a lot available, and Kerrigan making noise, but he always caught out by timing. Simple was on the line, managed to just get above it. Boomich on the bomb, Boomich onto Chris. Pistols with the win in the MAC-10 to close it out on Flamey.
No armor, P250s and Deagles, and they didn't drop a single kill. Remember, this is a back-breaking round from Mousesports to give this one up, and they're trying to find any sort of access point here. Rops has got towards E-Box at least, but the Orbs are just too much for them to handle. Org apparently as well. It's a 5 versus 1. Frozen, he's very, very good, but I'm not sure he'll be able to pull this one off. A couple of kills will be something at least. There's a low HP player in front of him. This is it. Last chance, really. Inside play will come through. Upper ramp provided with smoke, but here comes Simple, the AWP. Gets one, can't find anything more.
Oh, Zeus gets fortunate there that they dropped down. I was going to say, the fact that Simple got so aggressive on the upper side, the sidewalk, when he went down, everyone was so far forward of the site, they actually could have swung and taken advantage of that, but they dropped in front of Zeus instead. He just happened to be the right spot, and it is 15 for NaVi. Voxic down the lane. No one giving themselves up that easily. Electronic is there. He'll play it off a sound, and that's the bomb. Smoked off now as well. Kerrigan was low. Simple did the damage. Flamey falls, but double smoke. Molotov was already gone, and now Voxic has to sit back and wait, and they can set the position around the bomb as they please. Nade in for further damage.
They connected themselves to suggest Rops isn't there, because that was a T-sided smoke. Hasn't worked out, Matt. It was a good idea. It was the best of a bad situation, but Simple and Co will actually have a stunning